Hi there, thanks for joining us. I have Miss Lila Shaw with us today, and she's going to share a dream. Now, Lila, you are from
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. And yes, we are here in New York City and getting a lot of dreams.
A lot of dreams.
Right. So, what was your dream?
Well, there was a meeting on top of a mountain, and I was towards the back of where everybody was sitting, and I overheard these two men talking, and they revealed that they were not a part of the same religious organization that I thought I was attending.
Okay.
So I decided to follow them, and when I did, I followed them into this really large building, and we went into the building and into a room, and they locked me in the room.
Oh.
Yeah. The room was kind of like a jail cell.
Okay.
It was all white.
Okay, let's stop there and just process through the first part. So what I heard you say, that you were on top of a mountain with a bunch of people in a meeting, but it wasn't what you thought?
It wasn't what I thought.
Okay, so immediately we have a deception. Okay, and then you found out it was a part of a religious structure, a religion that you weren't a part of.
Right.
Okay, so again, we're looking at a deception of some sort, and you don't remember any impressions about how you got there, and were all of the people unidentified? You didn't know who they were?
I knew the people. I knew a lot of people at the meeting. They would be people I would see at lots of meetings that I would attend.
Okay, and these are people you actually know in the natural, or that was your impression in the dream?
I know them in the natural.
Okay, all right, that makes a difference.
Okay.
Okay, so you are with people that you know, but you overhear two men saying that it's not what you thought it was.
Right. It felt like the two men were a part of the people running the meeting, but pretending to be something they're not.
Oh, like infiltrating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like presenting it as something that, but it's really something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I overheard him say that, so I thought, what? Let's go find out what these guys are doing.
No kidding.
Right?
Right? Go get them.
Exactly.
You've got your camo t-shirt on.
That's right. And then I got locked in a room. Weird.
So you follow them into a building. All right. And then how'd you wind up in the room?
I just walked right in.
Okay.
Just walked right into the room.
You just willingly walked in?
Willingly walked in,
okay.
And then they shut the door and locked it.
Okay. Was that the end of the dream?
After I observed the room being nothing and no windows out, and I could see them.
Inside the building?
They were still standing at the window looking in where I was.
Okay.
So I could see them.
But you couldn't see outside the building?
I could not see outside the building. There was nothing in there except the room was filled with cotton. Okay,
so no outside access. All right, but they're there holding you captive. Okay, and cotton.
Cotton.
Okay, so what was your impression of the part of the dream where you get locked up? Because you're pretty intuitive about that kind of thing.
After I thought about it, I felt like the two men that were pretending to be something else represented a lie.
Okay.
Something I was believing that was untrue.
Okay.
An agreement with something that was untrue.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What about all the other people you were with? They were also deceiving?
Well, they didn't follow them, so I don't know.
True, they didn't. Okay.
So I don't know.
All right, good. Okay.
Yeah. And so I felt like when I actually went into how I got locked in there is because I willingly followed them, and because there was no fight. They didn't make me. They didn't try to coerce me.
Okay.
I just kind of willingly walked right in there.
All right.
And so that's what I felt like it meant. Was
okay. So you came into agreement. That makes sense.
Came into an agreement with it.
What do you think the cotton represents?
I
love that.
I hate
and then
cotton.
there's the cotton.
I hate cotton. I don't like to touch it.
But you earlier told me that you had some impression about what the cotton was about.
I felt like was suffocating.
Okay.
Like suffocating. That's just what came to me. So.
Okay, and what kind of cotton?
Well, for I would say I like a medicine bottle.
Okay.
Like, because I don't like pulling cotton out of a medicine bottle.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so I think that part of this agreement and the lies that we believe sometimes, we wind up self-medicating, self-diagnosing, self-medicating in issues where we are wounded or we're hurt, right? And to me, cotton coming out of a medicine bottle, which drives me crazy. You know, you've got this huge bottle and 1/3 of the bottle actually has medicine in it, and the rest of it is cotton. So to me, that's like this false or synthetic augmentation, like filling it up but with no substance, right?
Yeah.
So the medicine could be that place where we medicate ourselves, but there was even a deception there. So the message might be saying, because of the cotton, that is the message, the deception. So the agreement caused us, right? Which we all go through those things.
Right.
You know, we're trying to figure things out. And then the deception. So what was interesting though was that you realized at some point you were deceived, but you were already locked up.
Mm-hmm.
So have you come into any areas in your life where you feel like you've come out of some places where you've come into agreement with lies that have seduced you? Because that was more of a, you just went with them. There wasn't a coercion, you said. There wasn't a fight or an attack. You just went with them, agreed with them. Is there anything in your life that you've been processing through that sort of relates to that scenario?
Yes, because I had just gone through a great deal of transition.
Okay.
And I was in that period of time, I didn't know who I was, and I felt kind of hopeless, like I didn't have any, I don't know, like if someone even said, who are you, it just brought a lot of like confusion. I just didn't know.
Okay.
And so that's one thing I realized with the room, it had no pictures. There was no way to see out, because I was kind of making all my decisions
based upon the lie,
based on
you're
only
looking at
filtering it through that lie of kind of being locked in there,
right? Your
forever,
perception,
something like that.
Yeah, your perception was very limited.
Yeah,
and within the lie and within the bondage, which, don't you think that's the way it happens?
Yeah,
when we when we come into agreement with a lie, especially about our identity.
And that was exactly what it is. And so I felt like that it was a building, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I felt like the building was like, it was just how big of a deception it was.
Wow.
It was a firm foundation inside of me.
Wow.
That everything was being filtered through. And after that, I've started to realize, after I got kind of what I felt was a revelation of that, was like, okay, what needs to change? How do I get a window looking out of this lie? Wow,
that's so good. So Creator gives us those dreams so that we sort of, I call them a 411, right?
Right.
It's kind of like something needs to happen, right?
Hope.
And so, so you get this revelation, or this enlightenment about how you can move into something where that lie is broken in your life, and you can actually be free again. But you know, that's easier said sometimes than done.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you feel like you got to the freedom place, the place where you weren't locked in that place where you had that such a small, limited perspective or perception based upon this strong foundation of this lie?
I began to search for who I was.
Okay.
And began to, because of what I thought I was and who I was, I began to seek out the Creator.
Okay.
And find out what maybe He thought of me.
And what did He tell you? He loves you, doesn't He? You're His favorite, aren't you? I knew it.
Well, I didn't want to tell Him for her.
Right? I knew it. You're His favorite.
It's amazing how it changes everything.
Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you're just beautiful, and I know you're his favorite.
I am his favorite.
Yeah, you are the beloved. You're his beloved daughter. Wow, this is so much fun. Thank you so much for sharing
Thanks
that.
for having me.
You are awesome.
You're my favorite.
Oh, you're my favorite.
I'm his favorite, and you're my favorite.
Right. I love that. I love that. Oh, thank you for joining us. Don't stop dreaming. Remember that it isn't just a dream. And please don't stop dreaming because, yeah, I don't know. Don't stop dreaming. I'm going to have to add that tagline, so I'm going to have to throw that off. I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
That's okay. Just do, so go 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining us. Don't stop dreaming, and remember,
it's not all. It's
not just a dream.
It isn't just a dream. Okay. All right.
So do it again.
All right.
Go 3, 2,